Hello, I've got another one from the Carnegie Prize longlist to talk about, and it's I Must Betray You by Ruta Sepetys, and this is really good. She appeared on last year's longlist with Fountains of Silence, I think it was. I think I've got the right one. That was set in Spain. This one is in Romania, and it's set December 1989, when the regime of Ceausescu is coming to an end. And we have our narrator Cristian, who, as it says on the back, lives in a country repressed by a cruel dictator. At 17, he dreams of being free, of studying philosophy and poetry, but everything he does, says, or even thinks is controlled by the state. And yes, I knew some of the history, and I do remember the overthrow of Ceausescu and his execution on Christmas Day in 1989. But what this really brought home was the hardship that people lived through during his regime. The author has researched meticulously for this. She's spoken to people who lived through it. She's interviewed people, students who were students at the time. She interviewed even one of the men who was on the firing squad. You know, she's talked to a lot of people to write before she wrote this. So she was able to portray what life was like. The glaring difference between Ceausescu's magnificent palace and the luxury he was living in to an ordinary family who was squashed into an apartment, queuing for hours to get one onion, a little bit of oil, always living in fear of who was informing on them, who was listening, who was going to report them. And Cristian himself is blackmailed by the secret police to be an informer. And his guilt and his feelings as he is doing this. And is he going to betray those closest to him, or will he risk the lives of those he loves? And what is very clever as well is that as you've got his narration, you've also got snippets of informant reports where it's very clear that he is being watched, but you don't know who's being watched, who is watching him. He doesn't know who's watching him. So there's this feeling of fear the whole time. And when the revolution starts, when people start taking to the squares, and it was the young people, the students, those chapters are really excellent. And the brutality of the prisons as well. I mean, it is an excellent read. The ending with it's brutal. The ending, you know, as this regime comes to an end, as these students are fighting for freedom, excuse me, against the secret police. Harrowing, really. An excellent book. I really, really enjoyed this one. I enjoyed it more than the one that I read of hers last year. So, as it says, in a world ruled by fear, who can you trust? Excellent. And you've got, at the end, you've got pictures taken at the time of different things in Romania at that time. So, that is I Must Betray You. So happy reading. Take care. Bye.